or there's the emotion and then they dump it on somebody else. They feel I have all the emotions. These are my feelings. And they dump it on their partner or their kids, and they just like diarrhea it all over them. And then they feel that relief. And then the kids and the partners are like stuck feeling all that person's emotions when it wasn't theirs to be felt. Welcome to the Secret Life Podcast. Tell me your secret. I'll tell you mine. Sometimes you have to go through the darkness to reach the light. That's what I did. After 12 years of recovery in sex and love addiction, I finally found my soulmate, myself. Please join me in my novel, Secret Life of a Hollywood Sex and Love Addict, a 4-time bestseller on Amazon. It's a brutal, honest, raw, gnarly ride, but hilarious at the same time. Check it out now on Amazon. Welcome to Secret Life Podcast. I'm Brianne Davis-Gantt. Today I'm pulling back the curtains of all kinds of human secrets. We'll hear about what people are hiding from themselves or others. You know those deep, dark secrets you probably want to take to your grave? Or those lighter, funnier secrets that are just plain embarrassing? Join me each week as we take a deep dive into one subject, exploring the how, what, when, where, and why of it all. Get ready for a more focused, more revealing journey of the human experience. This is a new chapter of Secret Life, and I'm excited for you to join the ride. And today, we are talking about emotional regulation. Oh my goodness gracious. We need to all learn how to emotionally regulate. They should have a class, how to regulate your emotions, starting with toddlers. Because right now, I'm having my son use a feelings wheel. How are you feeling? Sit with that feeling. Where is it in your body? Connect to your body. Is it in your stomach? Is it in this? Connect to your nervous system. Can you describe the feeling? Where's the emotions? Release the emotions. But then he is like, I don't want to cry. And I'm like, cry it out, feel that feeling. He's like, I don't want to cry. The human beings are scared to feel. We are scared to feel. We are taught that feelings are bad. That feelings, get over it, be done with it, move on. It's not that bad. You learn your lesson. Now you won't do it again. Toxic positivity, blah, 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 blah. Here's the deal. I bet there's a part of Davis when he was in my body, he also could feel that I did not want to feel emotions at times. So in his nervous system, even though Mark and I have done tons of work and through our generational trauma, there's a part of him that doesn't want to be sad. There's a part of him that doesn't want to cry at times. And he says, I don't want to cry. Look, I didn't cry. And we're like, we don't care. We've told you to cry. You've seen us cry. So it's almost like this generational curse is still in his body. And we really need to teach our kids how to emotionally regulate and allow emotions to come. That's why I love Inside Out. I love that movie. Inside Out too. Love it. He loves it. He's watched it. And I talk him through it. And I love the new emotion, anxiety, boredom, and all those emotions. But when you have an emotion, how do you regulate the emotion? And that's what a lot of adults, a lot of our clients, Mark's and my clients, don't know how to emotionally regulate. So they have a feeling, feelings are in your head, and then they have an emotion is in your body, and then they don't know how to regulate themselves as adults. So they either do these two things. They bottle it up and don't feel it, and they like go do stuff or numb out or drink or, have affairs or have sex or go shop or gamble or do the stock market or overwork or get on social media. Or there's the emotion and then they dump it on somebody else. They feel I have all the emotions. These are my feelings. And they dump it on their partner or their kids, and they just like diarrhea it all over them. And then they feel that relief. And then the kids and the partners are like stuck feeling all that person's emotions when it wasn't theirs to be felt. So, what is emotional regulation? Emotional regulation is how to manage and respond to our own emotions. That we have these deep feelings and intense feelings in our head and emotions in our body, and we could get overwhelmed sometimes and they feel unmanageable, and that we have to learn, especially as adults, how to acknowledge them, accept them, move through them so that they don't then become unhealthy behaviors and patterns. And normally we don't know how to emotionally regulate because our parents didn't teach us how to emotionally regulate. I mean, in my household, there was a lot of screaming, passive aggressiveness, um, crying, going in rooms, ignoring, all those things. That's not emotionally regulating. That's not communicating. That's not feeling. So I didn't really see a lot of mindfulness, DBT skills, and all those things. They didn't do those in the 90s. And still, we're just learning about them now. So let's see the cycle of emotional dysregulation. Let's look at that first. So we have an experience. So this is how it starts. You have an experience in childhood, you're mistreated, there's a lack of emotional support from your caregivers, your parents. Then you go into this disruptive emotional functioning as adults. So you just have all these emotions in your body and you don't know how to manage them. So you dump them on other people. You have road rage, you turn into addictive tendencies and, all these unrealistic expectations of others. And then you move into parenthood and then you take all that style of what your parents did and you put that on your kids and you teach them those behaviors and you begin to take your dysregulated emotions and lack of emotional support for your child. So you put your emotions on that child and then you can't hold those children's emotions, your kids' emotions. And then that child doesn't have the ability to self-regulate themselves because they've been managing your emotions, so they can't even self-regulate their own emotions, and then it starts for them, that whole cycle. So that is the generational cycle of emotional dysregulation in families. So how do we help ourselves figure out how to regulate our emotions? That's the first thing. So there's really 4 steps to that. It's really easy. You identify the emotion, you validate the emotion, you connect to the emotion, you regulate the emotion. It's really that simple. Identify, validate, connect, regulate. So that's the problem. People don't want to and sit in it. So they then get busy. So they feel something, then they get busy. They feel something, they numb out. They pick up something, they do something. So the first thing is, how am I feeling? Feeling is a thought. How is my emotions? Where am I? Oh, I'm feeling this. I have a pit in my stomach. Something's going on. I feel uncomfortable. I want to crawl out of my skin. Sometimes it happens with the body first because the body doesn't lie. The body doesn't lie. So you see what is going on. You can get a feelings wheel. I love a feelings wheel. You can get them on Amazon. They come in pillows, pictures. You can print one up, put it on your board. Look at that. Look at it. Identify what you are feeling and what emotion is in your body. Then you accept it. Okay, here's my experience today. I'm not going to judge it. I'm really sad today. It's turned into self loathing. It's turned into I hate myself. I'm not good enough. This is how I'm feeling. All these things. And then get curious about it. Where did this emotion come from? Where is it in my body? How would I describe it? What is the voice it's saying? Whose voice is it? Is it my parents' voice? Is it my teenage voice and myself? Is it from childhood? Where is it? Draw about it. Try to feel it if you can, and then allow it and release it. Allow it inside of you, and then don't fight the urge to push it down. Try to release it. Try to allow yourself to deep breathe, to release it, to get grounded, to allow yourself to sit in it and to feel it as much as you can. That is the number one way to move through the emotion, how to self regulate. Because what normally is happening with a lot of people right now, they do not want to do any of that. They go to their partner. This is what's happening. They go to their partner and they're like, I'm feeling this way. I this. You caused me this. And then they dump it all on them. And they want their partner to what? Here's my favorite thing, fix it. Help me, connect with me, make me feel better. I need more communication. I need connection. I need your support. You don't support me enough. Why aren't you there for me? I need this. I'm in so much pain. I'm feeling so much. No, you just don't know how to emotionally regulate, and you're a grown adult, and you can't put your emotions on me when I'm having my own emotions. Your emotions do not trump other people's emotions, and your emotions are not allowed to rob other people of their days. And listen, I used to do that. I used to take my emotions and put them on other people for them to fix it and rob them of their days. It's that emotional rapist person. Like, my emotions are so overwhelming for me. I'm going to put them on you so I don't have to deal with them and get them off me because it's too much. And then you have to deal with the aftermath of them and you need to fix them for me. And I'm going to do it over and over again until you fix it. So, here, you look at something. Here's a situation. I'll give you an example. Let's see. Here's a problem. Something triggers you. You get criticized, maybe at work, maybe by a partner. Your thoughts in your head go, I'm not good enough. Okay. Your body has a physical reaction. You get tired all of a sudden, you lose your appetite, you get sick to your stomach, you're nauseous, you get a sometimes people get sexual urges or they want to masturbate or look at porn. That's something that happens. Or and then the emotion, how do you feel? I feel worthless, I feel anxious. Those are the feelings inside. Then you turn to a behavior. What do you actually then do? You either self isolate, you avoid contact with others, or you reach out and dump on others. So you do those things, and that's the cycle. And how this is how you get out of it. This is how you self regulate. You start these tips. Start these tips right now. Allow your emotion to exist without any judgment. Explore how you feel. Name the emotion. Accept the emotion. Practice mindfulness. Sit in it. No, it's not going to be forever. Identify those triggers. Wow, when I get criticized, it makes me feel worthless. But is that true? No, that's that person's feelings. Practice self compassion. Ouch, that really hurt. My feelings are really hurt. That's taking me back to when I was younger. Ooh, that really feels something. Challenge that negative talk in your head. Am I a loser? No, I'm not a loser. My life is really beautiful. I've done amazing things. I'm not a loser. That's an old voice. Take a break before responding. Take a break before reaching out and asking for support. Sit in yourself. Pause, that practice of the pause. Start an exercise routine. Physical exercise can really help move emotions through your body and have you feel. So go on a walk. Do extend like the jumping jacks, the DBT skills of trying to like calm your nervous system to get out an emotion. And last but not least, go to a professional, reach out to your support, not your partner, not your kids, not your friends. They do not have the skills. They are not required to hold your emotional state. A professional, someone that actually can support you, but you're not emotionally draining them or robbing them or having them fix it. They're supporting you so you can work through and learn how to work through your emotions. So I also want to do help how to help a child emotionally regulate because a lot of people that are listening are parents. I'm a parent. So how do we help our children emotionally regulate? Because that wasn't taught to me. You model it. You fucking model it. Model healthy regulation skills. So I have to know how to regulate myself to model it for my child. Number one, openly discuss emotions, praise and reinforcement of regulation. Wow, you really moved through that sadness. That was really beautiful. How do you feel? Isn't that great where you can feel the sadness and then it moves through and then you feel better and you cried it out? Teach them to pause before reacting. Offer words that how to express, like the feelings wheel. Teach them about consequence when they emotionally dump or put their emotions on other people. And then leave a space for problem solving. Don't fix it for them. Let them just sit in it. Validate that emotion. Yeah, it really stinks. That really hurts what they just did. That doesn't feel good. And it's okay. It doesn't feel good. And then also be considerate of their age, my 6-year-old, he doesn't know how to regulate, so sometimes I'm like, "Cry it out. You don't know if your car's in the car? It's fine. I can tell you, I think your car is in the car, but you're not sure and you're having feelings about it and you think it's lost. Okay. But I'm sure I packed it. Okay. We can't go look for it. Okay. Feel that feeling. And we allowed it, even though it was like pounding in our ears, like, my car's gone. My car's gone. And we're like, it's in the car. Your toy car is in the car. We packed it. We just allowed him to have it. So these are the last things I really want to talk about. Here are some other things you can ask yourself to really go deeper into helping you emotionally regulate. When you do this emotionally regulation work, when I work with clients about it, I say, what are the specific thoughts that trigger you most when you have negative emotions? Like, what are the thoughts when you have negative emotions? What are the emotions that are the hardest for you to tolerate? Some people's emotions are boredom. Some people's emotions are the sadness. What are the hard? Some people hate feeling rage and anger, because their parent felt it. So they avoid it at all costs. What emotions are the easiest for you to tolerate? What behaviors do you do to tend to calm you down, to calm down a feeling or a thought? How well do you work in the long term and short term? What behaviors work well for you and what behaviors are not working well for you? What behaviors actually bring out those feelings or insecurities that turn into negative emotions in your body? And what are your underlying beliefs about yourself, about others, about life in general that can actually perpetuate this negative cycle of emotional dysregulation? So if my belief about myself is that I'm a loser, then that cycle, that belief brings that negative cycle of dysregulation of my emotions. So I really have to dig into that belief of myself, that inner voice that's been driving me since that teenage part or that child part, or you're stupid or not good enough or not lovable. Those things have to be dug into to help you emotionally regulate better. So I'm so happy to do this episode. And here are the last strategies. Again, name the emotion, validate the emotion, identify the trigger, get meditative, which I'm horrible at, horrible. Be mindful, talk through your emotions, journal. Journaling's huge. I have everybody journal that I work with. Notice when you just need a pause or a break or be by yourself. Get a good night's sleep. Look at your sleep hygiene and then talk to somebody. You have to get outside help to help you learn how to emotionally regulate. You can hear this podcast. Great, awesome. But actually walking through these patterns and behaviors and breaking them and working through them is most important. And you can't do that yourself. Your brain cannot fix your brain. You can read as many books, you can listen to as many podcasts, but actually working them through with a professional that has done it themselves, have been trained to do it, that work on it themselves. I always like people that have done it themselves, any professional that has been through it themselves on top of the training. That's important to me because you can do all the training in the world, but if you haven't done it yourself, I actually don't want to hear from you. So that's really important to me. So if you need help emotionally regulating, reach out to me, reach out to someone that has the education and done it themselves. And that is very important because this cycle needs to be broken because you cannot go out in the world and put your emotions on others or internalize them anymore because that causes disease, addiction, depression, suicidal thoughts, you being on antidepressants the rest of your life, and all those lovely things that we don't want to do anymore. Thank you for listening. Please reach out if you want me to cover any subject like this one, if you want me to talk about something else, or you have thoughts about any of emotional regulation. Please send the note to secretlifepodcast@icloud.com. Until next time. Thanks again for listening to the show. Please subscribe, rate, share, or send me a note at secretlifepodcast.com. And if you like to check out my book, head over to secretlifenovel.com or Amazon to pick up a copy for yourself or someone you love. Thanks again. See you soon.